Sit down.
Luke Henry, after kicking Monarch's ass to the depths of space, is back on Earth, and now he's looking to save the world from the Fourth World Foundation. Sure, he had help from Penumbra before, but she's not helping him this time. He's got to face it on his own. Look at these four people. He's coming for a villain known as Adonis. He'll do it. You'll be there. Back it now. 1stMAN 2, Learning Curve.
Ahoy! It's Dave Landau, and you're watching Andy Smith, the coolest comic book creator around. Just ask his mom. I have. All hail Comicsgate! Bam! Bam! Bam!
Bam! Bam! Bam! What's up? Good afternoon, everybody. This is Andy Smith, your 31-year veteran of the comic book industry. That's right, I've been drawing comics for 31 years. Holy schmoly Creole. I see my, I got to see what my video looks like. My bars aren't showing. AJ's in the house. Christopher, hello. What about kabam? What is up, fine people? What is up? Let me just see. Oh, the video doesn't look that bad. I'll just keep that right there so I can monitor the video. So yeah, so I figured I'd pop on. I had a little bit of time to kill before the old Dennis and Andy show this afternoon. Special guests, Edwin Acevedo, talking about his sign up for Ace Volume 2. And I thought I would do a little painting. Like I said, I'm painting one of the bigger 1stMANs. So this is what I've got going on this so far. This one I'll glue together once it's done. So I've got this going on him. He needs another coat of yellow, some touch up on the black. I got to do the black outline around his costume there. And look at that shiny chrome. I need to give a hat tip to a viewer. This is the type of pen I'm using. Liquid chrome for it, and this is what the actual pen looks like. So I'm using this liquid chrome pen. It's much better. I've got this much of the head done right there. So I got to do the black. I got to do the eyes and stuff. Probably another coat of yellow there. And then what I'm going to start doing right now is I've got both the arms and I've got to do the chrome on the arms. So I figured I'd do that. And you guys can hang out, ask questions. I can give you an update real quick on the book. 1stMAN Volume 2, go back it now if you haven't already, because drum roll please, if everything goes according to plan, I might be able to get the book to the printer next week. So I'm hopefully looking to get 1stMAN to the printer next week. How cool is that? All the colors are in. I've done all the bio pages. I've just got to do some other little production stuff. I've got all the lettering. So yeah, so 1stMAN could be going to the printer next week. So there you guys have it. There you have it. Can't really see it, but this goes on really fast. Look at that chrome. Hold on. Ooh. Chromey chrome. So on the Dennis and Andy show today, it'll just be Andy, no Dennis. He is in Wisconsin visiting his mom. Will XL, did you happen to get that ISBN number? Oh, yeah, let me look. Hey, thank you for reminding me. I don't check Instagram much. If you want to get a hold of me, I can pretty much tell you Instagram is the worst way, so I don't check it much. Let me see. I know what you're talking about. Pardon me for a second. All right, I'm back. Have you been using pens to paint the whole thing or what? No, I'm using brushes and stuff. There's the ISBN number. Focus. All right, let me know if you were able to see that or not. Maybe pause the video. No, I use it is arts and crafts time. No, I'm using brushes and bottle paint for everything else. It's just I was recommended this pen for the chrome, and I really want to try it. So that's what I'm doing. It's exciting. I'm going to move the camera so you guys can actually hold on. Let me see here. Whoa. Ugh. There you go. Now you guys, hold on. Oops, don't want to go that far. Oops, don't want to go that far. This is what's... There we go. There we go. There's the angle for painting. Does this mean you haven't received that message by pigeon I sent you? No, I got that. Pigeons are fine. I got that, but wait, was I not supposed to eat the pigeon? That is probably where I messed up with the pigeon. I thought you were sending me dinner. I thought that pigeon was like Uber Eats. So, oopsies. You gotta shake the pen. I'm shaking the pen. You sick freaks. I know what you're thinking. Oh, I hope this doesn't run out of ink, because I don't really want to buy another one of these pens. But I will if I have to. They're not cheap. Oh, come on. Oops. Come on. I'm trying to get more ink flow on the pen. That helped. So each backer of 1stMAN is receiving a hand painting one of those, right? Oh, no, not at all. Hyper guys used in the house. Oh, great. You were able to read the ISBN. Well, thank you. I'm glad. I hope that helps. I hope that really helps so you can track it down. They did a Jim Lee one too with some of his early X-Men stuff, but I really wanted to get the House of M stuff by Copiel. Love that stuff. Prater says, I always want to try painting a figure, but chicken out. Why? Just do it. You can always paint over it. If you mess up real bad, just sand it down and start over. But I haven't had that happen, and I'm no big genius doing this. Marcus, hello. Hello. Oh, this is exciting. Maybe if I talk in a softer voice, this will get views and it will be one of those relaxing videos. Oh, he's so relaxing. See, I'm almost done painting this dude's arm. This is actually easier than putting the whole figure together and painting it. I learned my lesson last time with that. And this dries really quick too. The model paint I use on the figure for the yellow, that stuff dries real fast. There is this one little area I don't know if I'll be able to get with this pen. Man, this pen's pissing me off. Come on, man. I need some more ink. ASMR with Andy. That's right. Will says, just for that, you're going to back my book. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anybody who hasn't backed 1stMAN yet, if you're just joining the stream, if everything goes according to plan, I might be getting 1stMAN to the printer next week. Next week, getting that book to the printer. So go back 1stMAN now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Get on down and back 1stMAN now. God, I can't believe you haven't backed it yet. Jobs, what's up? Hyper Guys, you, thank you for posting the link. AJ, you as well. AJ says, Billy posted a picture of you inking the Aquaman sketch cover. You betrayed the chat and worked on it without us. I had some downtime at the convention. I'm sorry. I did pick up a she sketch cover from Billy, and I did draw a she on it. So maybe as a makeup, I'll ink that on stream. And I also on a smaller piece of paper, like I do my warm-up type drawings, I did a drawing. It's in pencil only, so I could ink that on the stream too, of John Malin's character Godlike. So I could ink a she or a Godlike on a live stream. So have no fear. The thing with the Aquaman sketch cover was, with it being on that stupid colored paper, it was really harder than I expected, inking wise. So it's probably good I didn't ink it on the stream. Damafino says, don't forget to focus on your inner Bob Ross. Here we go to paint. I'm painting a happy arm. Oh my God, this arm is so happy. Oh, I'm painting such a happy arm. This arm is so happy. It's being painted. Because it's just so happy. It's beautifully happy. Will, thank you so much. Backer 717. Mass, Mr. Bader, hello. How are you dealing with OCD? I'm dealing with it great. I've got a vape pen. I went out. I got myself some sativa, John Heron type. And I got a vape pen, and I puff that sucker once a day in the morning, and it pretty much sets me straight for the whole day. So thank you for asking. Look at this. This arm is almost done. I know it's hard to see. Oh, look at that chrome. Where did I get these figures made? A guy I met on Twitter did the digital sculpt. And then a guy I met at a convention that has a 3D printer, lives in South Carolina, did the printing for me. See, so the problem is that this little tip right here doesn't get into the nooks and crannies. So I have to actually load some of this up onto a brush. and I have to paint with a paint pen, a brush, so I can get into the nooks and crannies. My vape pen set me straight to the fridge. Andy is now a vaping madman. Vaping pens for MJ are pretty effective. I'm thinking about moving to SC next year. Can we be friends? Of course we can be friends. I did say nooks and crannies. It's like boobages and cleavagers. I will say I have noticed I'm a little I have gotten some munchies. I've noticed with the vape pen, even using it just once in the morning, I notice some munchies going on. But I just try to exert a little self-control. These knuckles are not as easy as I thought they'd be. This hand would definitely be easier with a brush. You know what I don't remember? Is Monday a federal holiday for Easter? So people are off work on Monday? I have no idea. I used to know that. Now I don't remember. Who can answer me that question? Who can it be now? Who? Oh, yeah. Getting it in the nooks and crannies. It's not a federal holiday. That's what I thought. Well, darn. Almost done. Oh, my pen's drying up. I gotta get the pen. I'm in Statesboro, Georgia, where college students live, and I'm next to the pool. What? What are you doing down there? Chrome. Man, I don't think there's any movies coming out. Actually, I take it back. I want to see Ambulance, the new Michael Bay movie, because I'm a sucker for that stuff. So I do want to see that. All right. Where the hell's the top to my pen? Oh, it's on the back of my pen. Got to shake it. Shake it. Look at this. Shake weight. I'm using my shake weight. It's a little pen. This is the starter shake weight for babies. You just give them a pen and let them shake it around. The unbearable weight of massive talent looks great. What? All right. Hopefully that juiced up the pen a little more because it was getting a little dry on me. Seems to have done the trick. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is juicy. Juicy-licious. Moonfall. I think Moonfall came and went because I saw it. Oh, that Nick Cage movie. Yeah, that drops next weekend. So yeah, I definitely need to catch that. The Nicolas Cage movie looks hysterical. So yes, thanks for the reminder. And Dennis will be back in town to see it. So even better. All right, I think I'm going to put this arm down, start working on the next one, even though there's some nooks and crannies left. Take it easy, Marcus. Thanks for joining. How was Moonfall? I mean, you know, the special effects are definitely worthy of the big screen, but you kind of knew how it was going to end. So it was okay. I like disaster movies. I love, like, you know, The Day After and whatever those, you know, those destruction movies that came out in the early 2000s. I love that crap for some reason. So Moonfall was cool just to kind of see and explore what would happen if the moon came out of orbit and got really close to the Earth. So that was interesting. All right, that arm's done. Here's the problem. I never thought about this. I got to figure out where to put this to dry. Hold on. I did not think this through. Oh well. That's a little wet, but that's the best thing I can do for it to dry. Let's work on the other arm. Oh, dude, I liked San Andreas. I thought San Andreas was good. The issue with, like, San Andreas was good, and I could buy into that more because while there was a ton of destruction in San Andreas, you're like, okay, that's a couple cities in California. Fix the stuff. It's going to take a while, but you'll fix it. Just pass a huge infrastructure bill. Just kidding. Moonfall effed up so much stuff planet wide that I was like, it's going to take forever to fix the amount of destruction that happened in Moonfall. So Will says, I think you might have the largest collection of comic book related material than anyone. You have not obviously seen Dennis's Dennis, my buddy from the DNA show. You haven't seen his man cave. Then again, he's got a ton of comic books. Dennis does way more than I do, but he doesn't really have that much stuff related to comics. He's a big Star Trek guy. So he's got a lot of Star Trek stuff. So, but I know there's people that have more than me. I've scaled down in recent years as well. All that Star Trek crap doesn't count as comic stuff. That's what I said, AJ. Prater says, learn from Fraggy, get all your comic stuff off the floor. Yeah, well, he actually texted us last night right when it happened, I guess. He texted us bros, the professionals. And I just, you know, my gut sank for him because, you know, all I can do, all any of us can do is say, man, I'm really sorry that happened. But other than that, there's really not much we can do for Dan. Back in 2010, we were renting a house, and in the basement of the house is where I actually had all my comics and stuff, and we stored stuff, but we had everything off the floor in that house because there was a sump pump in the basement, which automatically was like, if there's a sump pump down here, that means it's probably held water before. So we had the forethought for everything we stored down there to put it on pallets and on shelves. So I got 4 inches of standing water in that basement. We had to go buy a wet, dry vac to vacuum all the water out. It was a nightmare, but luckily all our stuff was off the floor. Thank God. But yeah, I just feel so sorry for Dan. It's just helpless. There's nothing we can really do. Will says, my favorite bros are you, Art, and Fraga. You guys seem like the most chill. Oh, thank you. No, Prater, this is Fraga's new house he just moved into, so this is the first time it's happened in his new house. Yeah, if you keep stuff in the basement, you got to definitely put it on shelves. But the thing is, some houses like Dan's house, if the basement is finished, if it's a finished basement and there's no sump pump down there and stuff, then you never think twice about it flooding because it's a finished basement, which means, people are using it as a living area. So you wouldn't really think twice about getting a sump pump. And it wasn't flooded because of like hard rain, a pipe broke. And because that pipe broke down there, now there's no plumbing in my office at all. And I'm on the second floor, so I don't ever foresee that problem up here. Hello, Michael. Hello, Mr. Smith. You don't have to call me Mr. What's this bust you're painting? Dude, where have you been? It's a 3D sculpt I got made of 1stMAN and then had digitally printed, and it was based off of something I drew, so it's in my style. So I'm painting up all the separate pieces before I glue it together. Yeah, Shadowhawk says, Fire and Water are the constant enemy of comic collectors, my worst nightmare. Mine too. There's a collectible company out there, insurance company out there, and all they do is insure collectibles, whether it's comics, baseball cards, football cards, stamps, whatever. They insure collectibles. So I actually have a separate policy through them for my comic book collection, my toys, basically everything up here I have insured through them. My original artwork collection, which of course includes my art. Agent Cub says, how can you get one? One of these? One of these? You want one of these? I haven't really decided what they would sell for. And if I do sell it, I'm not painting it. So you'd be getting one in total white or gray, whatever material color the 3D printer ran through it. You'd have to paint it yourself. But all the costume lines on the figure are raised, so you can actually see where to paint it, So even as a white figure, it's really cool because the costume lines are raised up, so you can see everything. But I got to decide if I have more of these printed, what I would want to sell it for. Because 3D printing, when as Ethan says, when somebody gives him a nice super chat, 3D printing, that ain't cheap. So I gotta decide what I'd want to sell it for. Agent Cub says you wouldn't paint it even if I paid you $1,000. For $1,000, I'd be glad to paint it. If you want to pay me $1,000 for a 7-inch 1stMAN bust, I would be glad to paint it. The cool thing about it, seriously though, is since it's based on my art, it's literally like holding, well, it is. You're holding a 3D representation of something I drew. So if you like the way I do anatomy and if you like my art, you could even use this for anatomical reference. I have a full figure as well. Give me 1 second and I'll show you what the full figure looks like. So I've actually had 3 of these printed. I've had 2 7-inch busts printed, and then I said, can you print a 4-inch one just so I can see how the detail holds up smaller? Oh, okay, you were just checking. Also, I don't have $1,000. Yeah, I kind of assumed that you were just checking. Hell, for $1,000, if you live in the continuous United States, I might even hand deliver it. See that? That is service. I'd come to the door wearing a hat and a wig, and you'd be like, "Hey, you look familiar, Mr. Uber delivery driver." And I'd go, "Whip, that's because it's me, Andy Smith." Christopher says, "Andy, that perspective trick you showed Aaron Lepresti for drawing a grid with vanishing points off the page, is that the Brewer method?" No idea. I've never heard of the Brewer method. It could be. Hyperset, for $1,000, I could probably get Christine to hand deliver it. If somebody wanted this hand painted for $1,000 and they lived in the continuous United States, I could probably get Christine to deliver it. That's how much I care about good customer service. All right, I gotta let this one dry some. I can show you. I thought I showed you guys this. Agent Cub might not have seen it. See, look at this one. In all the 1stMAN glory of 7-inch. Oh, God, it's so washed out. There you go, right there. Oh, Agent Cub. See, you bought your lottery ticket. So this is 7-inch tall. It's got all the costume lines. It's based on my art. So it's literally a representation of what a superhero anatomy looks like when I do it. So there's that one. Probably will never paint it because I don't have the patience for it, to be honest with you. All right, let me see if this other one's dry. It is. So now I just have to touch up. I thought you said back show. I don't know what that means. Oh, either way, I hope you're having a great time here. I might have to buy another one of these pens. Kind of sucks. This chrome pen was $12. $12. Meow. Give a little blow to it so it dries faster. Oh, where's the mouse? There it is. Where's the mouse? That's what she said. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Thank you very much. Bazinga. Focus. Look at that. Beautifulness right there. So I just have a little touch up to do on this one, but I think that arm is done. Let's work on this one some more. This would be a very, very good day if I can get these arms done. That pen sounds like one of D-Man's superpowers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get that pen going. Get it going. Get it going. Yeah. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Ain't nothing going to keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Ain't nothing going to keep me down. Name that song. Pissing the night away. Pissing the night away. Sing the songs that remind them of the good times. You sing the songs that remind them of the better times. Oh, daddy boy, daddy boy. I get knocked down. But I get up again. Ain't nothing going to keep me down. I tell you, the hardest part about painting this guy is the black stripe at the top of his gloves, his boots, and on his chest. Yes, Chumbawamba, tub thumping. Prater comes in for it. AJ comes in for it. Boom. Look at that. You guys know. You guys. Oh, you guys. Nailed it. Name that tune, even with my garbage singing. You guys nailed it. Don't ever let it be said you guys don't know words to songs. Next week, going over to Fayetteville, North Carolina for Fayetteville Comic-Con. My buddy Bart's flying in here to Charlotte, North Carolina, that is. And we're going to drive over to Fayetteville as a dynamic duo. So we'll be driving over to Fayetteville next Friday, the 22nd. Driving over to Fayetteville on the 22nd. So that should be good times. Aaron does need to do another trivia one. Tomorrow night was supposed to be my night of the professionals. And then I realized, oh, crap. I'm not going to be around tomorrow night because of some family stuff. So it'll be my first night missing the professionals. And it's going to skip the Arts channel tomorrow night. Get Bart to show you some pages from Giant Size 2 Fisted Manly Tales, if he has any. Prater says, have there been many people at the cons this year? South Carolina Comic-Con this past weekend in Greenville, South Carolina was freaking packed. It was packed. It's a great convention. Rob Young, his wife Michelle, do a great job with the guests. They're fantastic hosts. They put on a great show, and I cannot believe how packed it was. Will says, I'm going to see Ron at Niagara Falls Con. Anything you'd like me to say to him? Just say, hey. Just what's up. Say, hey, hey. You can say I'm liking the Silver Surfer rebirth. It's fun seeing Ron Lim drawing the Surfer again. The story's pretty cool. It reminds me of the good old 90s Surfer stuff those guys did. Man, talk about a light week, even though there's no official what did the boys get this week because Dennis is out of town and it's just me. I only picked up one book this week, Noctera number 9. Randy says, I dropped in just in time to hear Chumbawamba. Will says, doesn't Ron hate CG? Who knows? I mean, Ron and I have known each other for... I haven't talked to Ron in a long time. Months. But Ron and I have known each other for 30 years. I think we met 30 years ago. Yeah. Time flies. Flies into the future. Do 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 do. So I hear Amy Schumer has PTSD after watching Chris Rock get slapped by Will Smith on the Oscars. And all I got to say is, bitch, you got PTSD from watching one dude slap another dude? Grow up. This is a problem. You should not have PTSD from watching one dude slap another dude. That is no. That is not PTSD worthy. I am sorry, Amy Schumer. You need to toughen up some. you weak little woman. I have PTSD from hearing Amy Schumer tell a joke. Prater says yes. Ron has done a lot of work with my favorite artist, Claudio Castellini. Claudio is a guy I would love to get to a drawing of 1stMAN. I emailed him, and unfortunately, he's just too under the gun swamped. This was, a few months back, but he is just too busy. But I would love to have him do a drawing of 1stMAN. I would love to have Doug Monkey do a drawing of 1stMAN. Marcus is back. Beautiful. Prater says Amy Schumer is out of touch with reality. Yes, she is. And so is the guy that married her. Because I'm just not seeing the attraction there. She makes me laugh. Okay. Don't understand. I don't know. I don't think Amy Schumer is... I don't think she's an awful stand-up comedian, but I don't think she's all that either. So, all right. This arm has to dry. Then I can do some touch-up stuff on it and add a second coat of the metal. But right there, look at that shiny-ass arm. Get my head there. I want the focus. Good enough. So there's that arm. Amy Schumer's an awful stand-up comedian. Come on. I mean, I chuckled at a few things. I didn't chuckle at a lot of stuff, but I did chuckle at a few things. So, Oh, Randy Howell gets a shout out for buying me a beer. So, Randy, thank you so much for buying me a beer. And I got the contribution as well. Will said he'd back it. He backed it. There you go. Andy's old stand-up bit is better. AJ, thank you. I appreciate that. I heard she's a joke thief. I also heard that, oh my God, what's that comedian? He used to be like 15, 20 years ago. He was all over the place. Dane Cook. I heard Dane Cook was a joke stealer as well. That's pretty bad. YouTube it. I'll have to do that, Will. Yeah, I heard he's a joke stealer. I tell you, if you guys want to see somebody funny, go check out Joe Zimmerman. Joe Zimmerman is a friend of mine. He's a stand-up comic. We actually did stand-up comedy together about 15 years ago at open mic nights and stuff. And he's made a career out of it. He's been a stand-up comic, touring stand-up comic for 10, 12 years now. He's opened for Brian Regan. He's also a main stage guy. So check out Joe Zimmerman. Also, Justin Chambliss. He's another guy I did stand-up with about 15 years ago. And he's hilarious as well. My intro to Gottfried and what I know him most from is that show Wings. Was he on Wings? Huh. I just heard you, Will, are almost print ready. That calls for a beer. Randy, thank you so much. I agree. That does call for a beer. The book is almost print ready. Dane Cook and Louis C.K. made up. Will did stand up too. That's awesome. Yeah, I did it for a while. Then I realized that I like doing improv better because there's no homework in regards to I didn't have to write out improv. I could just show up and do it. Will's an actor as well, just like me. Look at that. We have a lot in common. Maybe our shoe size. What shoe size do you have? My shoe size is floats between 11 and 12, depending on the shoe. That's right. I got big 11 size feet, big flippy feet. Flippy, flappy, flip it down. Flip it around. 10.5. I hate you. I wish I only did. He was a recurring guest on Wings. I'll have to go YouTube that. Wings was great. I just don't remember him. Only problem is there is now an odd number of beers. You and Dennis will be fighting over that beer. No, we'll take care of it. Don't you worry. We can just split it in half. So there's no need to fight. There's no need for Dennis and I to fight over a beer. Plus, Dennis and I will go out for dinner after we do our show, the Dennis and Andy show. Check the YouTube channel out. We'll go out to dinner after we do the Dennis and Andy show. And if he has a beer, he usually has a problem finishing his dinner. Yeah, Dennis is kind of a little lightweight when it comes to finishing his dinner and drinking a beer along with it. Don't tell him I said anything, but he is. Trust me. He is. I would not steer you wrong. Or would I? Maybe I'm just throwing Dennis under the bus because he's not here. All right, let me put this arm back here. Let it try some. This other one's dry. You know, I might be able to paint some yellow because that chrome is dry. It's only 420. Did somebody say 420? What? 420 in the house. Yo. I read that Miller and DiDio might be starting a comic company. I read that as well. I can take these off. I don't need them anymore. Arts and crafts for the day are done. This will take a little more detail work to do. The head. So when I get around to it, I'll just do it and you'll see it painting the black and stuff on it. So I got to do that. It is vape time. 420. Speaking of comedies, yeah. I got to finish up this portion. Look at that metal. Look how shiny that is. Look at that back. That dude is thick. Thick. The tiny little waist. That's right. He's got proportions Arnold Schwarzenegger is envious of. Oh, Godfrey did the voice of Krang. I didn't know that. Prater says it looks great. Thank you. Well, they're not calling it Astonishing Comics. Don't you dare. No way. This guy right here. In fact, whoops, that was the wrong way to do that. I meant to shake it like this. Here's the tip. When you're on a live stream and you have a pen that you have to shake to get the juices going, don't do it this way. Do it that way. I got a table cover. So I'm looking forward to Fayetteville because, see, when you go to conventions, some conventions have, let me move the camera back. When you go to conventions, some conventions have table covers already, but some conventions just have, wood tables. And if you don't have a table cover, it doesn't look that great just throwing your crap out all over a table. Well, I got me an Astonishing Comics table cover, baby. It's all black. It's got the Astonishing Comics logo nice and big front center hanging off the front of the table cover. On the sides of the table cover, it has Astonishing Comics on each side. I don't know if I showed you guys. Oh, wait, where is it? Hold on. Hold on. I say hold on. Hold on. I got this in South Kakalaki. Yes. I got my She Omnibus. Look at this big, bold, beautiful book. Look at that. Looking sexy fine. She is looking sexy fine. So I got this. I've got so much to read, but I'm looking forward to reading this. I've got the first trade paperback, so I was able to read the first 3 or 4 issues in that trade paper. I think it's 4 in the trade paperback. So now I need to move on and start reading the rest of the stuff as well. But I am looking forward to it. Boom. Got that. Christopher says, wish you backed it. It's still up, isn't it? Or no, he closed it out. Randy says, is Andy coked out of his mind? Am I? Am I coked out of my mind? I mean, you'll never know. I can show you a couple things. Show you guys a couple things here real quick. Hold on. Let me open up something to show you guys. I think you'll get a kick out of seeing, but I don't think you'll be able to read anything. Not that I care if you can. AJ says, no, he's always like this. Well, la-dee-da. Oh, yeah. I just got an update, 7-day countdown for She Sakura launches next Wednesday, April 20th. Booyah. Can't wait to see the video for that bad boy. He's got a beautiful, beautiful Kenneth Rocafort cover on the campaign that it is beautiful, if you will. So, all right, let me show you guys something here. I had to open up some files. Prater says, this is the Andy we know and love. It is. All right, hold on. Just gotta do some stuff here. Oops. So here, check these out. I've sometimes seen you wear a 1stMAN t-shirt. Was that a custom job? Yes, there's a link. You can go get it. So I used to have t-shirts part of the campaign. And what happened was those t-shirts that were part of the campaign were from the company that Ethan uses, Graham uses, Aaron uses, and Aaron found out about them from us. And they are beautiful quality t-shirts. They're just fantastic. And they are kind of expensive. So I just didn't get enough t-shirt orders. I was looking to get enough t-shirt orders so I would break even. So basically, if I got enough t-shirt orders, I could pay for the shirts and break even. And then I'd have some shirts left over and people would get shirts. I didn't get enough t-shirt orders to break even. So I refunded people the money and pulled the shirts down. Do I know where EVS gets his hats made? I do not. If you would like one of my t-shirts, hold on. I will give you the link and then you can just, come on. I'll give you the link. And if you want, you can go get yourself a t-shirt. And let's see, my storefront. So if you want to go buy yourself a t-shirt with either Penumbra or 1stMAN, here's the link. Go get yourself a t-shirt. I'll get a few bucks from it because they're print on demand. So that's where I got those. That's where I got the Dennis and Andy show shirt made. All right, let me share this. Remember, the back of every copy of 1stMAN, or the back, if you got 1stMAN Volume 1, you know that in the back, I did the old Marvel style bio pages. Oh, they're back, baby. They're back. Right there. Phil's in the house. What is up, Zaid Comics? I'm so jealous of your set. I wish I had room up in my studio to actually make a set for Dennis and I to do the Dennis and Andy show from, instead of just putting a table. I basically just put a card table in front of my computer and we do it that way. But I'd really like a set with a couch and a big Dennis and Andy show sign. And I'm looking over to my right because I do have an area where I could possibly do something, but I don't know. It might take a little more work. So anyhow, what we're looking at here are the bio pages for Volume 2, Adonis, Claire Temple, Benjamin Rochester, Dearborn Drummond, Jack Burnley. Read up about who are these 4 people. Well, now you can read their bios and find out more about Adonis. And if you're like, whoa, that is awesome, cool, where can I get that? Oh, where can you get it? Link in the description below. Kick on over to Indiegogo and back 1stMAN now. I've got all the black and white art done. I've got all the coloring done. My colorist, Alara Fella, hit a home run out of the park with what she did. I've got all the lettering in from my boy, Steve Dutro. He hit a home run out of the park. Now I just have to assemble the book and do some ancillary stuff and get this bad boy to the printer, which I'm hoping to do next week. So go back, 1stMAN now, if you haven't backed it yet. Never trust a scientist in a jumpsuit. That's right, not even Dr. Benton Quest. So I want to show you guys that stuff. Let's remove that. I don't want you guys being able to read the stuff now. I mean, come on. I can't be giving it all away. Let's see. I got to check something else here real quick. Oh, I hate getting junk emails from people like that. Oh, I got a Netflix email. Choose or die. Coming Friday. Tempted by a chance to win unclaimed prize money, two friends reboot a mysterious 1980s video game and step into a surreal world of next level terror. Choose or die. Coming to Netflix this Friday. Oh, I never watched The Venture Brothers, but a friend of mine was a storyboard artist on The Venture Brothers. So there is that. God, I'd love to show you guys the last page to the book, but I just can't do it. That would be a big no-no spoiler. So I can't show you guys the last page to the book. But anyhow, guys, I think I've been prattling on long enough. You got to watch me paint a little bit. I held up the omnibus. So you got to see that. What else do I have to show you guys? These are not the finals, but this is the size of the mini print. It's at the printer. I should be getting this next week. The mini print. I should be getting the double-sided. This was just burned out on my printer, and I cut it to size. The oversized trading card is at the printer as well. And so is the die-cut sticker. I should hopefully be getting all that stuff next week from the printer. So there you go. Let's see. You know what? I can show you guys another thing real quick. A good friend of mine that I shared a studio with in the early 90s, Bill Merriman. We call him Billy Ray. Bill Merriman, he's a great artist. I saw him in Orlando at MegaCon last year. He hooked me up with this ash can for a book he wants to do about a paranormal hit woman. So it's short and sweet. So we'll show you some stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful black and white artwork there. Really gorgeous stuff. And that's right. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Look at that artwork. Look at that artwork. This is great stuff. Can you get this ash can anywhere? I think, well, this is huge for one, because an ash can you usually think of small. This is 8.5 by 11. You would have to go onto Facebook and see about contacting Billy Ray or Bill Merriman through Facebook and see if you can get it. Any update on the Wrightston tribute book? I mean, the Kickstarter is still going, I believe. My black and white Swamp Thing piece sold. Somebody got the original art on Kickstarter for my Swamp Thing piece I did for the tribute book. Look at that. How freaking cool is this stuff? Good googly moogly. This stuff is awesome. I love this stuff. If you're curious who Bill Merriman is, like I said, he did a book for DC back in the day called Damage. So Bill's art has just grown. I actually inked him for one of those bio books or whatever DC did back then, and I inked the Damage character. So this stuff is just gorgeous. The black and white sense that Billy has is awesome. Yeah, for spelling of his name, It's Bill Merriman. So Google search, see if he's on Facebook, which I'm sure he is. See if he's on Twitter, and tell him Andy Smith sent you, and this is what you want. You want a copy of The Bithlow Brawler Paranormal Hit Woman. And tell him Andy Smith sent you. Yes, it is a Kickstarter, Randy, so go check it out there. And guys, tune in at 5 o'clock for the Dennis and Andy show. Special guest showing up. I will show you real quick. Let's see. Hold on. Show you the graphic I made for the show today. The Dennis and Andy show at 5 o'clock Eastern. So right around the corner. Oops. So join me at 5 o'clock as I interview Ace Acevedo. Right there, 5 o'clock. Join me and we'll talk about The Ace Volume 2 on the Dennis and Andy show and find out why he got into comics, how he got his start, and all that fun stuff. So join me, Dennis and Andy show, 5 o'clock. Please go back 1stMAN now if you haven't already. Book should be going to the printer in the next week. You can also get this lovely tier with the black book, 112-page hardcover, 8.5 by 11 book, showcasing some of the best artwork of my career. So get that as well. And Hyper Guys, you later. Prater, have a great day. You guys, all thank you as well, AJ. You guys have a great one. And as you all know, when I end a show, I bring this back.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. Go ahead, go with it. 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 Sexy girl. 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 Go ahead, go with it. Get your sexy on. I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act. I'm bringing sexy back.